The defense of South Korea continues here in Wargame Red Dragon. Good to have you all back as we continue the defense of the peninsula against an onslaught of North Korean troops, as well as naval battles going on in the east and west. This, of course, Wargame Red Dragon, the campaign known as the Second Korean War, taking place here in 1992. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of this, if you love strategy games on the channel, then let me know by voting there to see more of it by clicking that like button. And welcome aboard, everybody. Good to have you all here. It looks like we'll be fighting in Wonju here today, where the North Koreans have lost a lot of their forces and only really have about 7 tanks remaining and a couple of artillery units. So this should be a quick victory for us here today as we crush them with our newly arrived 1st Armor Regiment, 13 Infantry Regiment, and 21st Tank Company that are now here, and we have a lot of K1 tanks on the scene as well. So let's go ahead and kick them out of the area. We've taken some losses before, and it looks like they've actually fled from the battle, so we've actually auto-won that one. That's fantastic. Then the Battle of Seoul begins here, as the North Koreans have an Engineer Battalion and a Marine Regiment that just landed from the ocean over here, Naval Sector Charlie, making their landing into Seoul now. So we'll have to fight against them, but I don't think we'll have any problems fighting against an Engineer Battalion and some Marines. It looks like 32 Jeokjede 90, which are armed with probably some pretty good anti-tank weaponry. Yep, Type 69 RPGs, 80mm heat rockets on there. So let's go ahead and get ready to defend Seoul against their madness. And we seem to be doing rather well against all their continuous attacks. Looks like they have Naval Sector Charlie now, so that's one thing we won't have in this battle. But we've had pretty good support before from the Navy in previous runs. So we'll see how we do without the Navy now. And let's see what we can do to defend our sectors. All right, so we need to defend Daejeon. Obviously, the North Koreans are going to be coming from the sea now, so we need to move our FOB and be very defensive in this city as the North Koreans are approaching from the ocean and making their naval landings. This is, of course, part of a full playthrough of this campaign yet again, done already once on the channel, so if you want to see more of it, make sure you check it out there. So our naval, I guess our Navy has been removed here. Unless we can capture that sector, if we can send forces over and push them out of there, we can actually take that sector for ourselves. But let's go ahead and get ready to defend against the North Koreans as they try to attack through here today. They've lost a huge majority of their attack force here and should have lost a lot of their morale as well, as we've just been pounding them relentlessly over the last few days. We're going to get some defenses up at the village up here as well. We had some South Korean Marines previously defend a lot of these areas, but we've lost access to our Navy now that they've made a naval landing. But we'll send some elite forces around, and we should be able to push them back with a lot of the armor that we have, including the Fiat here, which is a furious vehicle of destruction of North Korean units. This Fiat has been destroying things all day. One of the best units in the game, especially against light transports and infantry, so it should give us a good chance to fight. All right, we're going to go ahead and get some artillery up as well. The enemy's going to be attacking primarily with infantry, so we may as well get some artillery ready in terms of mortars. And we should also keep an eye on them wherever they may go, especially through Foxtrot. The enemy will try to capture some of these areas in order to gain more points for reinforcements. We don't need the points as much as we need to deny them the points, so that's going to be very important. Let's go ahead and make sure we got some infantry up here. We'll bring a couple of recon units around to different sectors to keep an eye on the enemy, and we should be able to keep some on the flanks here and keep an eye on the enemy, again, no matter where they go. Before, we were able to send naval units up to Ongjin there and flank any North Koreans coming through, but again, we've lost that now as the Chinese have assisted them in landing, so we'll go ahead and make sure that that doesn't last too long. Let's go ahead and get some more recon units in the buildings, and we're going to need these vehicles primarily. The KFV 25s are fantastic for eliminating enemy fighters. All right, we're going to also need to call out, I think, perhaps another... Actually, we might want to drop down the number of infantry we have for the time being. And next, so let's get rid of one of these so we can get some more infantry. We'll get rid of one of those and a mortar battalion there, or a mortar squad. And we'll try to hold these villages a little longer to deny the enemy access to those sectors. All right, well, we've got a lot less morale than they do, so we might be pushed out of the area in no time. Let's go ahead and deploy all of our forces. And it looks like the enemy has not tried to attack from Ongjin at all. And, looks like they're actually bringing over a ship. Shanghai now. Patrol boat coming over. Don't know if we'll actually be able to destroy that or not. But we've also captured some North Korean vehicles, some cargo trucks that we captured previously, that we now hold in our possession, which is great. All right, I'm assuming a huge enemy force is going to be coming down that road shortly. So let's go ahead and make sure we got some reinforcements here, and let's try to kill them at the crossroad. The recon units can actually do some good damage. And we have regular mortars on standby. We'll go ahead and we'll get them ready to fire. Shanghai, I don't know exactly where that ship is going to try to go. Maybe up the canal to try to do some scouting. That's a North Korean ship, I believe. And it's armed with a few small cannons. All right, well, we'll see exactly where the enemy's naval forces are going. But we're more concerned with their large naval presence in terms of landing force. That's going to be the largest contributing factor to our downfall, if and when it happens. There we go, the enemy now capturing Ongjin. And I want to try to capture Naval Sector Charlie to bring in our naval forces here. If we can actually push in there and capture that area, we'll be in real good shape. Let's go ahead and start moving over that direction, see if we can capture that naval sector. The enemy, in the meantime, is just pushing through. There'll be a large battle here shortly, so hold your breath. It's about to get nasty in just a few minutes. Alright, we're going to push up with our forces here. Let's go ahead and deploy these guys. No North Korean units spotted so far. They more than likely are going for that village. So let's go ahead and make sure we're on the flanks, keeping an eye on them. Alright, rough ground for the unit there. Alright, if we can capture that naval sector, we'll be able to crush anything that the enemy throws at us. Okay, recon and regular forces are pushing up. Interesting, I don't see any North Korean forces at all whatsoever. And we're nicely hidden, so even though they're working up the canal, we're still in charge here. We can capture Echo if we'd like to as well. Alright, let's move these forces up. No sign of North Koreans at all. They're doing some sort of a different move than they had before. Alright, we're going to bring our infantry fighting vehicles down to delay the enemy. Interesting. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do. Well, the enemy's finally captured Foxtrot. But it looks like they've retreated now. Alright, let's look for that command unit and destroy it. There we go. We must have destroyed an enemy command here somewhere. Alright, the battle has finally begun here at Delta. Enemy forces are starting to make their way there. Alright, let's see if we can make our way all the way to this naval sector here. If we can get to the naval sector, we've got this in the bag. Alright, BTRs and such are spotted. Let's get some artillery up. We're going to try to pound the enemy. Enemy ship going all the way to the back. Grenade launchers firing. Alright, artillery time. Looks like BTRs are trying to flank us. Wow, the enemy's just getting absolutely destroyed. Wow. The North Koreans are sacrificing so much. Absolutely demolished. Alright, let's make sure our artillery is continuously firing. Alright, looks like the North Koreans are sending up a large group of tanks now, TO-55s, which can destroy our infantry. Alright, let's see if we can get the artillery to fire. Oh my god, they finally were able to either bomb us out of that area or napalm us with TO-55s at Foxtrot. Damn, are we holding nicely. Okay. Got the hotkey down on that one. Enemy forces coming through this direction. Okay, we finally have the naval sector under our command. Beautiful, let's bring in the Navy. Let's see if we can bring a couple ships up this direction. As well as a Donghae. Oh man, this is going to be great. And naval reinforcements are almost ready to rock. Okay, we're firing mortars all day. Beautiful. We have an enemy ship here we can capture. Let me grab one of those with a monitor Zippo. And we now have ourselves a free supply ship. Alright, artillery firing. Transport's trying to flank us from all over. We got BTRs coming. Don't really have much to fight them at the moment. Enemy will try to come up from behind us. Let's make sure we got the Fiats ready to fight them. Alright, let's defend that artillery. Beautiful. Fiat doing a great job here. Beautiful. Enemy's never going to get through. Alright, STRB 90Hs are doing a fantastic job immediately. Let's go ahead and get over there with the supply. Naval landing taking place yet again. 60 Marines pushing through. Let's go ahead and pull out from here for now. Alright, more naval units to come through. Alright, we'll let the enemy have that sector for the time being. We'll keep an eye on them. Time for artillery. Alright, BTR's coming up on us. Ooh, infantry out in the open. That could be the end of this sector. Lots of BTRs coming in on us. Alright, this is going to be close. We got to defend that infantry. Alright. Oh, that infantry getting hit way too quickly. Alright, enemy infantry's caught out in the open. And we're going to destroy any enemy reinforcements coming through that way. We're holding on. Wow, crazy amount of fire. We are holding. We're going to look for enemy North Korean units there at that northern section. And we actually hold a lot of this territory. That's pretty good. Let's move over here. Holding that naval sector now, and we also have that beautiful little captured enemy vehicle. Wonderful. We'll call out the rest of the infantry now. Beautiful. Let's get some supply trucks dropped off too. Alright, let's move that artillery up. Wow, alright. Some very intense moments. But the North Koreans losing way more than we did. Gotta stop that friendly artillery. That's way too close. There we go. Alright, 6 minutes. Reinforcements are on the way. Wow, crazy amount of North Korean units. Alright, let's give these guys second command here, and we'll start pushing that artillery up this way. Alright, reinforcements will arrive as well as supply soon. We're going to pump supply into that area and retake it. Beautiful. Wow, skin of our teeth. Holding pretty much everything we've got. Enemy taking Echo, but we still have our naval sector recaptured, and we're about to retake Delta again. Alright, we got plenty of rounds to fire. I guess the trucks can't drive out there. I'm going to use the monitor Zippos now in order to try to cut off reinforcements there. Looks like enemy ATGMs might be firing at us from the building. Oh yeah. Enemy ATGMs are firing at our landing zone. They're trying to shoot at the landing ships. From here. Losing a transport's not bad. We're alright. Lots of fighting here around Seoul again. We got 3 minutes to hold. Let's go retake that area. Let's pump our reinforcements in. Enemy did a good job of flanking us with their infantry again. They overwhelm us. There we go. Hell, the North Koreans lost way more than we did so far. And we've got a supply ship off the coast to continue to pump in reinforcements here because the enemy got stupid with their supply. Alright, we now have the naval sector, which is a win for us. We've got ourselves the main zone where the enemy attacked us. We've really only lost a few infantry squads and a few vehicles, a transport ship going down. Congratulations, North Korea, you sunk a boat. Good for you. We've got them, man. Alright, let's see. If we can recapture Delta, we should be in a much better fighting position. Echo and Foxtrot, a little harder to defend that right side as it's got the canal going straight through, and it's not easy to get troops across there. But it looks like we've solidified our position here. Let's push up with our allies to see what we've got. Let's bring supply up too. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Enemy's coming up behind us again. Looks like they lost and then regained their cargo supply. They're transporting supply trucks through. Let's fire at that building there. I can't actually fire at that building. Oh, they're flamethrower troops. Although I can't shoot at them with the 50 cals. Now, they should be winning that one, though. Alright, well, we got about 51 seconds to defend. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's go capture that enemy supply truck as a final F.U. to the regime. Okay, we'll recapture Delta. Delta's going to be ours, no problem. Daejeon going to be ours. Enemy supply vehicles. We've captured an enemy ship and multiple supply units. This is not a bad time for us. Not bad at all. Let's move down here. We got about 20 seconds. Enemy supply truck is in our hands. Beautiful. North Koreans losing a ton of troops and a ton of their own supply transports. That's fantastic. Literally a ton. Like a giant ship full, which is now supplying our own troops, which is hilarious. Slap in the face. Fantastic. Well, we did take a loss of some recon groups, but we did hold and delay the enemy as much as possible and destroyed some command units and such. Apparently ending in a draw, but I'm going to go ahead and claim absolute unquestionable victory, especially since we have almost 2,000 points in kills, and the enemy, let me scroll down here, 245. Oh, boo-hoo. They've destroyed a few transports. And of course our LCM. Oh, what a loss with a sunken ship. But no problem. All's looking pretty good. So Chung 85, yeah. And look at this. Look at all the things we've destroyed. An incredible amount of BTRs. The enemy is down just a multitude of recon units and a supply ship lost, which I don't even know how that happens. But the Marine Regiment not having a good day. Not having a good day at all, I would say. Let's take a look at how many troops they've lost here for, yeah, look at that, negative 14, negative 15 troops there. That's pretty incredible, the amount of things there. Oh, look, even the Swedes getting some kills, and look at that. BTR 50s, Texamikit. Thank you very much for blowing all that stuff up. Kratisman Compass. Fantastic. All right, well, that's it for today's episode, I'd say, for Wargame Red Dragon. So if you want to see more, remember to hit that like button. Let me know. We'll go ahead and end this turn here, and we'll get cleaned up a little bit. We got to go ahead and get some ships back to port and get some R&R completed. That's some of the stuff we're waiting on to really boast our fleet. What I want to do here is destroy the enemy fleet on the right side and then immediately send all the Japanese and leave the Enterprise there at port, or try to recapture some stuff, and send both of those Japanese fleets over here to take out the continuous ships that are coming our way. Surface ships, Yellow Sea Division, and the Guingdao Defense Division. We're going to go ahead and try to eliminate those. Imagine that. Look, imagine if I launched an attack over here and actually was able to capture that strategic sector. That would be absolutely hilarious if we were able to do that. So, all right, that is it for this episode, folks. Again, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We'll continue with the battle and end our turn here ASAP. And Seoul is yet again defended. The enemy embarrassingly retreating, embarrassingly getting a lot of their units captured, and we can go ahead and start R&R refitting units ASAP. In fact, we can start spending some of these points right now on refitting some of our units that have been shot down before and replenishing all of our losses. Shouldn't be too bad. So that is it. I will see you all soon, and goodbye.